Hey guys, we are back with some more Eastside Hockey Manager with your Vegas Golden Knights, and in this one we're going to get year number 5 started. But this is going to be a big year for your Vegas Golden Knights because not only is it the first year that we do not have Marc-Andre Fleury starting in net, but this is going to be the year that decides, is this going to be our roster going forward? Because this is a very big playoff year. Obviously, last year we got swept in the first round. The year before that, I think we got out in the second round. So we actually regressed this past season. So if we can't make it past the first round again, then there might be some changes that are in order for this team. But for right now, we're going to roll with what we have. We have Artemi Panarin, Silverberg, Veleno, Marchessault, Smith, Carrier, Carlson, Reiko Pulkkinen, Lazaro, Forbes, Kupari, and Lappy starting at forward. Then defensemen, you have Theodore, Miller, Brandstrom, York, Hogg, and Corsi starting on defense. Krug is injured for a little bit. And Reimer and Domingue in net. So here are the lines that we are rolling with to start the season, and let us go. The first game against the LA Kings on October 4th. Jersey numbers to be decided. I believe we are all set. I'll just undersign 12 from him, and we are all good to go. So first game against the LA Kings. Let's see what we can do. 3-2 win for the Blues over the Wild. 4-1 win for the Canadiens over the Bruins. And a 4-1 win for the Canucks over the Avalanche. So let's see the top goalies here. And that would be Matt Murray, Andrei Vasilevsky, Carey Price, Braden Holtby, Sergei Bobrovsky, Martin Jones, Connor Hellebuck, Devin Dubnyk, Jonathan Quick, and Robin Lehner. Top defensemen, Erik Karlsson, Drew Doughty, Victor Hedman, Aaron Ekblad, Alex Pietrangelo, Brent Burns, PK Subban, Roman Josi, Charlie McAvoy, and Jacob Slavin. Top left wingers, Jamie Benn, Brad Marchand, Eli Tolvanen, Adam Mascherin, Johnny Gaudreau, Philip Forsberg, Taylor Hall, Matthew Tkachuk, Max Domi, and Max Pacioretty. Top centers, Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, Jack Eichel, Steven Stamkos, Tyler Seguin, Nicholas Backstrom, Austin Matthews, Mark Scheifele, John Tavares, and Evgeny Kuznetsov. Top right wingers, Patrick Kane, Nikita Kucherov, Vladimir Tarasenko, David Pastrnak, Alex Nylander, Sam Reinhart, Mitch Marner, William Nylander, August Corvo, and Tyler Toffoli. Top prospects are Quinn Hughes of the Predators, Bodie Wild of the Bruins, Keandre Miller of the Maple Leafs, Matthias Samuelsson of the Blue Jackets, Stu Mansfield of the Oilers, Victor Josephson of the Rangers, Ty Emberson of the Panthers, Olaf Janssen of the Canucks, Carl Forsberg of your Vegas Golden Knights, and Kurt Lee of the Panthers. So first game of the season against the LA Kings. Let's view it, see what happens. First period, there you go, 2 goals for your Vegas Golden Knights. Goal by Smith from Veleno and Brandstrom on the power play for the first goal of the season, and then Silverberg from Hogg and Carlson. Second period, goal by Riley Smith, the captain, from Veleno on the power play. Third period, there you go. That is what I like to see. Watson from Velarde and Kempe for the Kings, but Alan Lazaro with his first of the season from Lappy, and then Smith with the hat trick for a solid first game of the season. So there you go. Very nice way to start out the year there against the rival LA Kings. Now, 2 games against the Canucks, home and home, it appears. Riley Smith's 3 points has taken him to a career milestone of 400. So 400 points for Riley Smith on his career. 3-2 win for the Devils over the Blue Jackets. 4-3 win for the Canadiens over the Sabres. And we are getting to the game against the Canucks here. Let's see what happens. And we are on a roll, so we're not going to have any lineup changes. Let's see what happens. First period. All right, 2-1 Zacha for the Canucks. And Horvat for the Canucks as well. But Marchessault for your Vegas Golden Knights from Colin Miller. Second period. Oh, there you go, boys. That is what I like to call an offensive explosion. In the second period, 7-2 now is the score, with goals from Smith, from Brandstrom, and Veleno on the power play. Carrier from Forbes with his first assist, I believe. And Pulkkinen, Reiko Pulkkinen, that is. Teemu is not dressed at the moment. Todd Corsi with his first NHL goal from Jacob Silverberg. Joe Veleno with the goal, unassisted on the power play. Riley Smith with another goal, so he starts out the year very hot. From Veleno and Brandstrom on the power play as well, and Reiko Pulkkinen from Carl Forsberg with a 2-assist game. 2 primary assists as well, I might add. So Oh, hold on. Game is not done. And Smith with another hat trick. Back-to-back hat tricks for the captain from Theodore and Panarin on the power play. My goodness. He is absolutely on fire to start out the year. Hottest stick in the NHL, I'm going to say. I would put a lot of money on that. So let's see. Player stats. Yeah. Him and Anders Lee tied for the league lead with 6 goals. No one else even comes close. So Riley Smith, he's deserving of that captaincy so far. And James Reimer holding the zone, .921 save percentage in 2 games, 150 goals against average. So very respectable from him. Defensively, I mean, no one's doing bad at all. Todd Corsi, the best average rating so far. The rookie with an .850. If he could keep that up, then jeez. I mean, we have a very solid looking defensive core right here. If everybody can keep this up, I don't think so. These guys will probably come back down to earth, such as Hogg. Brandstrom, I wouldn't imagine, stays at an 8. Same thing with, I mean, if Corsi can somehow stay at an 8.5, I highly doubt that. I've never, honestly, almost never seen a defenseman who stays above an 8.2 even. And that was a struggle even for Nicholas Lidstrom in the Detroit series. So I doubt he's going to stay at an 8.5. But great start for Todd Corsi. And Torrey Krug is unfortunately injured. But Cam York, Colin Miller, Theodore Hogg, all these guys doing very, very well to start out the season. And forward-wise, Riley Smith, I mean, .950 average rating. He'll definitely come back down to earth after those 2 hat tricks in the first 2 games. But great start for him. Teemu Pulkkinen, great start as well. Really, everybody who is dressed right now, pretty solid start. I cannot complain. So let us keep going unless the usual groin strain injury coming to bite William Karlsson for 10 days. So we're going to have to get someone else in there. And that would be either Fashing or Pulkkinen. And it unfortunately was one of our centers that went down. Second line center. So I'll put Pulkkinen in there because, you know, he deserves the benefit of the doubt. And who am I putting at center? That's a huge yikes. Because if either Veleno or Karlsson go down, as we've just seen, our only centers after that are Forza and Lazaro. Because I don't think Marchessault takes faceoffs, does he? Not really. 42 Silverberg? I don't think so either. 46. How's Reiko at faceoffs? 51, so he's the best so far, at least in terms of wingers. Carrier, does he take faceoffs? No, 31. Lappalainen. Oh, you know what? Lappalainen. Yeah, true, 87. But, yeah, he's on the 4th line with the rookies. I don't want to put Fours in a stressful situation just yet, because he did well on the 3rd line there for this first couple of games. I don't want to rush him, you know, but at the same time, you know what? I'll just try Reiko up there. Why not? And then Teemu can be on the right wing with Carrier and Fours. Just for right now, again, I don't think Teemu Pulkkinen is going to do too well at center. Yeah, he's a natural left winger. He doesn't play well anywhere else. But we'll just give it a try, see how he does. Penalty kill, I'm just going to let the computer decide that. Panarin and Pulkkinen apparently in there. Okay, that works for me. As long as we keep going on a roll here against the Canucks once again. Let's see what we can do. First period, the goals by Horvat and Besser. Second period, goal by Carl Forss. There you go. From Silverberg and Colin Miller for his first career goal. There you go. And third period, nothing doing. First career goal of Carl Forss. That's about the only good thing that came out of that game. But, you know, still respectable start for your Vegas Golden Knights. Nothing happening here. Let's see what's going on here. Devils with a 4-3 win over the Flames. Senators with a 5-1 win over the Avalanche. 5-2 win for the Canadiens over the Maple Leafs. Nothing happening here besides waivers. And a 3-1 win for your Golden Knights over the Canadiens with goals by Veleno, Smith, and Cam York on the power play. Very nice. 3-1-0 currently are your Vegas Golden Knights. And not too shabby to start the season. Veleno out for a week. Our centers are dropping left, right, and center. Well, I guess just center because they're centers. But still, that's our 1 and 2 centers are down with injuries. I mean, luckily not anything too major. Carlson's still out for a week and Veleno only for a few days, but yikes. The face-offs are going to be brutal. We're going to, sure, Hudson Fasching. Why not? Go for it. I mean, Veleno's only out for a couple days anyway, so we'll probably get him back in there. Yeah, that's going to hurt. Games without Veleno and Carlson, we're not going to win too many of those. Marchessault from Silverberg in New York is the only goal for your Vegas Golden Knights against the Sharks. But that's fine. I'd rather get these injuries out of the way early, but knowing this game, they'll be going all season for us. Cam York with a career milestone, 100th NHL game. Very nice. And a 4-3 win for the Jets over the Panthers. A 4-1 win for the Canadiens over the Capitals. 4-1 win for the Wild over the Hurricanes. And a 3-2 win for the Blue Jackets over the Maple Leafs. Let's see what else we have going on here. No games for us here. 6-1 win for the Canucks over the Ducks. 3-1 win for the Rangers over the Sabres. 3-2 win for the Hurricanes over the Canadiens. Krug resumes practice. That is good news. Let's get him back in there. So Nicholas Hogg came back down to earth after that hot start. So we're going to give him a scratch. And we will dress Torrey Krug. And is Veleno back? Not quite, but I'm not going to rush him back. It's not like we desperately need him at the moment. Because, well, we do have another game against the Sharks. So a lot of back-to-backs here. Home and homes specifically. But yeah, we'll go one more game without Joe Veleno. I'm sure we'll survive. First period. Goal by Lappy, the first of his NHL career from Carrier and Teemu Pulkkinen. Second period, yeah. Games without Veleno and Carlson really are not going to be great for us. Teemu Pulkkinen with the goal from Lappy with an assist as well. And Brandstrom. So, yeah, 3-3 currently. 8th in the conference. We need Joe Veleno back right away. So when's our next game? The 15th against the Senators. Veleno should be back by then. Because it only said a few days for him. Let's see. Pilon. Yeah. Let's see. Is Veleno back? Yes, he is. Okay, good. Good. We're over our skater limit at the moment. So average rating, Lazaro's not doing great, but Hudson Fasching isn't either. But I don't necessarily blame Fasching. He was put right on the first line. So we'll just go with this for right now. Veleno resumes practice as we've seen. And there we go, 6-2 win. Marchessault from Silverberg. Reichel Pulkkinen from Carrier. Silverberg from Fours and Pulkkinen. Reichel, that is. Fours with another goal from Reichel and Carrier. Panarin from Veleno and Brandstrom on the power play. And Silverberg from Krug with his first assist of the year. And Lazaro. All right, so, yeah. Games where we do not have Carlson and Veleno, we are clearly going to struggle. As we have seen from the past couple of games that we did not have Veleno in the lineup. Now, hopefully Carlson gets back soon. And I believe... yeah, we're gonna keep going here. I don't really have any reason to stop, though. We could get Domingue in there, but I'm gonna keep Reimer in. He seems to be the hot hand right now. 897 save percentage. I mean, for the games that we've been playing, especially with games without Veleno and Carlson, I'd say that's respectable, especially since this is a offensively based simulator. We are looking good so far. So, 6-5 loss. All right, so we might be able to... now that we had this 6-5 loss, especially with Veleno in there, now might be the time where we consider getting Domingue in. So goal from Marchessault from Silverberg and the Carrier from Corsi and Reichel. Smith from Panarin and Veleno. Fours from Corsi and Carrier. Veleno from Smith, and that'll be all for your Vegas Golden Knights as we lose 6-5 to the Florida Panthers. Luckily, we're still in 8th, so we're still in a playoff spot, but that might change soon if we don't get back to our winning ways. So let's get Carlson back in there. And we will take out... you know what? Rasmus Kupari isn't doing too well now. 8 games in, no points, -2, 675. He's not affecting it. He's just hurting us, if anything. So we'll send Kupari down the AHL. He had a very good run in his start to being on the NHL roster, but he's clearly just not there yet. Terry Lappy, however, 725 average rating, so he's doing just fine. So let's get Carlson back in there. And we'll get Fours on the third line. Let's see. Let's just make sure all these lines are the same as before. I believe they are. Yes, indeed. Was Pulkkinen on the fourth line? Yeah, we'll leave Pulkkinen on the fourth line. He seems to simulate better there anyway than the third line. Now, I'll get Domingin. Krug, Brandstrom, Theodore, I was looking at Corsi and York, so I said Cork. York, Corsi, and Miller. All right, so power play, what's that looking like? I want to get Carlson on there, but at the same time, I want fours there too. Marchessault. There's nowhere I can really fit Carlson on the power play, to be honest, so I'll just leave him at second line center. And then, yeah, he could just play penalty kill, I suppose. That'll be his extra time. Yeah, this all looks good. Just making sure. All right. So, on to the Blackhawks on October 20th. 3-2 win for the Canadiens over the Canucks. 3-2 win for the Sharks of the Panthers. And a 3-0 win for I did not see. And, frankly, don't care after it gets simulated. I just say all this for filler. 3-2 win for the Senators over the Sabres and a 4-3 win for the Blues over the Islanders. And a 9-3 win for your Golden Knights over the Blackhawks in the return of William Karlsson. And for the first start of the year for, what's his name, Louis Domingue. So goals by Brandstrom from Corsi and Reiko. Marchessault from Theodore and York on the power play. Lappy from Lazaro and Teemu. York from Lazaro and Teemu. Fours unassisted. Smith from Veleno and Miller. Smith from Krug and Panarin. Karlsson from Brandstrom and Marchessault. And then Panarin from Veleno and Miller. Very nice. Great offensive game for your Vegas Golden Knights. Career milestone for Karlsson. 500 NHL game for him. Very nice. So he was sitting at 499 throughout his entire injury. That's unfortunate for him. Offensive Player of the Week is Mark Scheifele, and Defensive Player of the Week is Braden Holtby. Game against the Blackhawks, 10-2. What is with this offensive explosion all of a sudden? Brandstrom from Veleno and Panarin. Panarin from Smith and Veleno. Veleno from Krug on the power play. Marchessault from Fours and Silverberg on the power play. Teemu from Krug. Silverberg from Marchessault. Lazaro from Lappy and Krug. Teemu from Lappy and York. Veleno from Panarin and York. And then Veleno for the hat trick from Smith and Panarin on the power play. My goodness, what a goal-scoring fest the past two games have been for your Vegas Golden Knights. 19 goals in 2 games. New NHL record. Oh my goodness. Most points in one game for one player at Vegas Golden Knights. 5 points for Joe Veleno. My goodness. Biggest win record smashed as Golden Knights take their chances, I would imagine. Holy moly. Well, that was quite the stat padding game, I would say there. Let's see the stats so far. Joe Veleno with 17 points in 8 games. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Let's try to get through October here without getting too distracted. But, man, you just had to look at those past 2 games because, I mean, it's just been absolutely ridiculous in terms of offense for us so far. And ridiculous in a good way. 4-3 loss in OT. I'll take that. We got the point against the Blues. Non-divisional rival as well. So, you know, I'll take it. Take everything you can get in terms of points. All right, game against the Hurricanes coming up. And we have a 4-1 victory. Karlsson, Veleno, Teemu Pulkkinen, and Silverberg with the goals. Going to fly through this here because we do have to try to get through. I want to try to get 2 months done in this video, though we're already creeping up on 20 minutes here. So we're going to try to go fast here. 5-1 win for the Penguins over the Canadiens and a 4-3 win for the Wild over the Ducks. And nothing going on there. We have a game against the Blue Jackets. 6-3 loss. Silverberg, Smith, and Silverberg with the goals for your Vegas Golden Knights. But otherwise, not a great game. But we're still in second in our conference, so that's at least a positive to that. 5-1 win for the Flyers over the Wild. 3-2 win for the Predators over the Penguins. And a 4-3 win for the Sharks over the Jets. Game against the Caps, we have a 3-2 OT win. Force, Karlsson, and Smith with the goals. Very nice. So everyone's kind of just firing in all cylinders right now. I don't think we really need to make too many changes. But what I just realized is that Louis Domingue is probably still in net as the game does not respond here. So, player of the month, Joe Veleno, I would imagine. 8 goals and 14 assists in 12 games. While Terry Lappalainen is the rookie of the month. 3 goals and 6 assists in 14 games. Very nice. Joe Veleno, offensive player of the month, I would imagine. And Torrey Krug is the defensive player of the month, assisting on 8 goals in 9 games. Very nice. All right, so let's get Jim Reimer back in, as it's been demanding for the past few games there. How many games did he play? Yeah, quite a few. So let's get Reimer a full month of simulating here. Yeah, we're going to try to get through November in this one, but it's going to have to be fast. So, because again, I don't like these videos to be too long, but they always end up being like 45 minutes anyway. Vegas Golden Knights directors are pleased. I would imagine James Neal is still a useful addition to the roster. I mean, at this point, he's probably like 36 years old, so probably not. Board's probably gone senile there. 5-2 win against the Devils. Smith, Panarin, Silverberg, Panarin, and Veleno with the goals. Very nice. 9-5-1 currently are your Vegas Golden Knights. 3-2 victory for the Lightning over the Sabres. And we're going to the game against Ottawa. Let's go. There you go. 4-2 victory. Fours, Silverberg, Smith, and Krug with the goals. That is what I like to see. 10-5-1 start for your Vegas Golden Knights. Second in the division, or conference, I should say. Maybe we're first in our division, as far as I know. Yeah, we are first in the Pacific and second in the Western Conference, so that's good. 3-2 victory for the Oilers over the Stars. Offensive player of the week, David Pastrnak. Defensive player of the week, Ryan Suter. Game against the Canadiens, we have a 4-2 victory. Marchessault, Teemu Pulkkinen, Veleno, and Lappalainen with the goals on the Montreal Canadiens for an 11-5-1 record for your Vegas Golden Knights. 4-2 victory for the Canucks over the Stars, 5-1 victory for the Blue Jackets over the Kings, and a 4-3 victory for the Sharks over the Bruins, and a 5-3 victory for the Capitals over the Coyotes. There you go, got the whole thing done there. All right, so game against the Flyers, 4-2 victory. Marchessault, Lazaro, Marchessault, and Veleno with the goals. Zadina with 2 goals against us, but doesn't matter as we won the game. 5-1 victory for the Blues over the Avalanche. 5-1 win for the Jets over the Hurricanes. 4-3 victory for the Capitals over the Ducks. And a 4-1 win for the Blues over the Maple Leafs. Shifley is praised. Okay, game against the Rangers. 5-3 victory. Brandstrom, Smith, Silverberg, and Marchessault with the goals. There you go. We are starting to get back on track. And hopefully we can just keep up this pace for the rest of the year, which it looks like we might. Myers banned for 1 game. Golden Knights approached by Zach Hyman. Don't need him right now. You're currently rolling, and we have a lot of extra forwards, and a 3-1 win against the Islanders. Carrier, Silverberg, and Smith with the goals for your Vegas Golden Knights. That is what I like to see. 5-1 victory for the Capitals over the Wild, and a 3-2 victory for the Lightning over the Flyers. 5-2 victory for the Panthers over the Blue Jackets. 4-3 victory for the Avalanche over the Red Wings, and a 2-1 victory for the Sabres over the Oilers. Svechnikov, career milestone, all right. And 15-5-1 are your Vegas Golden Knights now with a 4-3 shootout win against the Minnesota Wild. I was looking down here when I said 2-1. So goals by Carlson, Veleno, and York. And then in the shootout, we have a goal by Panarin and, I'm guessing, Teemu Pulkkinen. Yes, indeed. Very nice. Game against the Predators, let's see. With 4-2 loss, that's unfortunate. Goals by Krug and Veleno, but then it was all in Nashville from there. And that is a game that we very well could have won. They're 8-2. We are, 15-6-2? Yeah, 15-6-1. So that should have been a winnable game, but it wasn't, unfortunately. You know, we just let them take over in the last 40 minutes of the game, really. 4-1 win for the Flyers over the Blackhawks. 4-3 win for the Blue Jackets over the Bruins. And let's see what happens here against the Predators once again. There you go. That's more like it. 5-3 victory. Corsi, Lazaro, Silverberg, Lappalainen, and Carlson with the goals. Lappalainen's doing very well for a rookie. On the 4th line especially. He might honestly be the next Teemu Pulkkinen in terms of... oh, no. All right, good. James Reimer only out for a few days. Veleno left pointless as his streak ends. At least 1 point in his previous 16 games. My goodness. 16-game point streak for Joe Veleno. All right, you know what? James Reimer, I'm not going to take him out. He's only partially injured. I doubt he'll get re-injured with an injury like that. Usually, it's a stuff faker. No, thank you. He'll be better by tomorrow morning. Yeah, or even tonight because it's the morning right now. So Nick Hogg is still out of the lineup. That's the way we like it, at least right now with the way every other defenseman is playing. And then Carl Forrest at a 678. But you know what? He's had a solid start to his career. 6 goals, 6 assists for 12 points. And everyone else doing what they need to do. So how's Reimer doing in terms of games played? I'll give him a couple more just because we gave Domingue a few more games than I wanted to. I just forgot to get Reimer back in. So we'll give Reimer, honestly, till like the Red Wings or the Oilers. Reimer resumes practice. Yeah, there we go. Stub fingers or nothing in this game. I don't know why that's an injury. Silverberg with a power play goal, but not enough as the Maple Leafs win 3-1. November 20th against the Bruins. Let's see what we can do. And we have a 3-2 victory in the shootout with goals by Marchessault and Krug. And then you have Panarin and Pulkkinen in the shootout. And that is, once again, Teemu Pulkkinen, shootout specialist. OP fourth liner and shootout specialist is Teemu Pulkkinen. You just, every team needs a Teemu Pulkkinen. It's just, that's the way it is. 4-2 win for the Sabres over the Hurricanes. 4-1 win for the Stars over the Jets. 4-2 win for the Panthers over the Oilers. Nothing going on here for us. And 4-3 win for the Sharks over the Flames. 4-1 win for the Flyers over the Hurricanes. And a 4-3 win for the Canucks over the Lightning. And the Jets over whoever. Didn't see that. So a game against the Red Wings here. 5-2 victory. Carlson, Marchessault, York, Marchessault, and Lazaro with the goals. There you go. So, once again, your Vegas Golden Knights doing very well in the regular season after being, once again, underestimated by the media. But, I mean, that's how we like it, is it not? But the real test for this team will be the playoffs. So, I'm not surprised that we're in first right now. I'm really not. We need to carry that talent over into the playoffs. 5-2 victory against the Oilers. We're 13th in the conference. Jeez, man. Edmonton. Like, you have McDavid. Panarin, Forrest, Marchessault, Lappalainen, and Panarin with the goals. But, I mean, Edmonton, how do you fail that much with McDavid? I don't understand. It's so bad. Had a 3-4 overtime loss with goals by Marchessault, Panarin, and Lazaro. But the Flames will take that one. And that was a very winnable game. 8-16-1 are the Flames. We are 19-7-2. That should have been a W on 9 times out of 10, so that was just very unfortunate. But you know what? We will give Louis Domingue a couple games here towards the end of the month, as we are on November 28th. And yeah, this is the last game of the month, so we'll get Domingue in there against the Sharks, and that will be a 4-2 victory. Very nice. Goes by Teemu Pulkkinen, York, Silverberg, and Carrier to end off the month. So that'll be about it for the simulation part of it. Let's get to the stats. Carlson extends point streak, I would imagine. He's... Erik Karlsson, right. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say William Karlsson on a point streak. I would love that as well, but, that makes sense for Erik Karlsson. So, let's get to... Yeah, we'll just get to November 30th here, and we will check out the stats. Check goaltenders first, as I tend to forget them the most. Statistics for goalies. So, 881 for Domingue, 902 save percentage for Reimer, and a 750 average rating. So, Reimer's been solid. I can't complain much about him as of right now. Defensively, in terms of average rating, you have a 759 for Brandstrom, 758 for Krug, 741 for York, 707 for Theodore, 703 from Corsi, 686 for Miller, and a 680 for Hogg, who has not played since the beginning 5 games of the season. And then, point-wise, Brandstrom has 20, York has 18, Krug has 15, Theodore has 11, Miller has 8, Corsi has 7, and Hogg has 1. So you're starting to see the shift of taking over in terms of offensive defensemen with Cam York and Torrey Krug. Torrey Krug's still good, mind you, but Cam York is really starting to solidify himself as a core defenseman for years to come for us. And Eric Brandstrom, I mean, he's just doing wonders for some reason. I like 20 points in 29 games. I really don't see any stats of his that impress me besides passing and his speed, but he's just getting it done. So he's a great simulator, I suppose. Forwards, average rating, Silverberg with an 803. Jacob Silverberg. My goodness. What a signing. 785 for Veleno, 779 for Marchessault, 772 for Panarin and Smith, 762 for Waltteri Lappalainen. Waltteri Lappalainen has a 762 in his first season. Are you kidding me? On the fourth line, he really might be Teemu Pulkkinen 2.0. And speaking of Teemu Pulkkinen, 730 average rating for him, 16 points. So, again, Waltteri Lappalainen, he seems to be the new Teemu Pulkkinen, and oddly enough, is also Finnish. So, William Karlsson with 14 points, 726 average rating. William Carrier, 710. Reichel Pulkkinen, 707. And then Alan Lazaro, 693. He's almost there. Carl Forrest with the 672. And Hudson Fasching with the 650 in 2 games. Point-wise, Joe Veleno with 35 in 27. What a beast. Jacob Silverberg with 33. Marchessault with 28. Smith with 26. Panarin 24. Lappalainen 18. Forrest with 16. Lazaro with 16. Pulkkinen 16. Karlsson with 14. Carrier with 10. And Reichel Pulkkinen with 8. And goal scoring wise, Riley Smith leads the way with 16, and then Marchessault and Silverberg following soon after with 15, and Veleno with 13. Assist wise, Veleno has 22, Silverberg has 18, Panarin has 16, looking all good. Plus minus, only minus is Hudson Fasching. Everybody else is a plus forward wise. Let's see defensively. Yeah, everyone on defense is also a plus, so we're looking good so far. We really are. We just have to keep this momentum up basically for the rest of the year, and just, again, the regular season is not our concern. The main concern for us is the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. We'll check the AHL real quick just to see if there's any standout guys, sort of like Carl Forrest from last year. Niels Blomqvist with 18 goals in 28 games. Not as impressive as Carl Forrest was, but, he's still having a solid year down there, is Niels Blomqvist. Martin Stephenson, for a defenseman, getting a lot of points. So Martin Stephenson might be someone we look at for the future. Even though he's only got a 1-star rating, he's actually pretty solid. Poor man's Will Butcher. Well, that makes sense. He's getting points. Suzuki, 22. Stefan Larson with 21. Rasmus Kupari with 20 and 19. So Kupari proving that he belongs in the pros. Right? I probably should have started him in the AHL to begin with, just because he's moving over to... This is his first year in the North American leagues. But, he had a good start the preseason, so you had to give him a chance, But good to see he's doing well for himself down here in the AHL. Jet Wu with a 714. Alexei Semenov with a 693, so he's not doing as well as I had hoped, but he still has a while to turn around there. Lucas Summers doing pretty well for himself, 717. Yeah, looking good there. Gabby Bishop with 6 points currently in 29 games, 686 average rating. So it's part of his development. He's only 18. He's playing the AHL as an 18-year-old, so, give him a break there. Kenneth Torma with a 738 average rating. He's looking pretty solid defensively. Cody Glass, he's not going to be anything. He's played 1 game in the AHL. I mean, you may as well just send him, down to Quad City at this point. He's barely playing any games. Poor guy. He's so much... I feel like he's so much better in real life than he is in this roster. 1-star current rating, no star future rating. Oh, goodness. Zukov, yeah, he's not simulating well at all. Ferguson hasn't even played. So, jeez. Alright, well, that'll be about it for this one. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.